Starting another really heavy hitter of a set, we have Mega Evolution. We start with a 4/3/3 line of Mega Venusaur EX. The Bulbasaur has utility in being a retreat lock Pokemon as well on its own, and Mega Venusaur EX, along with its massive 380 HP health pool, has the ability Solar Transfer, which allows us to move grass energy around our Pokemon as we wish. Speaking of Meganium, we're going to pick up a 3/3/2 line of Meganium here, whose Wild Growth effect doubles our grass energy's potency. Celebi is here as a 1-of for its Traverse Time attack. Here we have Abracadabra and Alakazam as a 4/4/3 line. This is seen as one of the most potent decks in the post-rotation format. We're picking up a 2/2 line of Makuhita and Hariyama. Hariyama has an incredible ability in Hifo Catcher. When it evolves, we get basically a free boss's orders to switch out any bench Pokemon into the active position. We also pick up one of the best engines in the game with 2 copies of Lunatone and 4 copies of Solrock. Solrock is a potent attacker in the early game, and Lunatone with its Lunar Cycle ability lets us draw 3 cards once per turn. We're picking up a 4/3 line of Mega Lucario EX. This is another one of the premier decks in the format. It's fairly straightforward, but it's powerful. We also get one of the defining decks of the format in Mega Absol EX. We're picking up 2 copies here as a very powerful attacker, both Terminal Period and Claw of Darkness. Yveltal comes with us as a 1-of. It's a free retreat Dark type, and its Clutch attack lets us trap opposing Pokemon. Moving on to Metal, we have a 1 Mega Mawile EX. It's fairly low HP, but a basic Mega that can do upwards of 400 damage in the late game with Gobble Down is definitely something to watch out for. Dialga comes with us as a 1-of for its Chrome Burst attack, and we're picking up 3 copies of Mega Kangaskhan EX, who both has an enormous HP pool at 300 on a basic, as well as its Run Errand ability to draw 2 cards. Then we're picking up 4 copies of Boss's Orders, possibly the best supporter in the format, letting us drag bench Pokemon our opponent really doesn't want in the active into the active position. 4 Energy Switch to move around our energy. 4 Fighting Gong, one of the best cards for a fighting deck in particular, searching for both fighting energy or fighting Pokemon. 4 Forest of Vitality, one of the best stadiums for grass Pokemon ever printed, letting us ignore the evolution rules for grass types. The full 4 copies of Lily's Determination, quite possibly the best draw supporter ever printed, letting us shuffle and draw 8 while at 6 prizes. Such an incredible effect. 2 copies of Mega Signal to find Mega Evolutions, 2 copies of Mystery Garden for Psychic Heavy decks to have a separate line of card draw, 4 copies of Premium Power Pro for fighting decks to enhance the damage they can output, 4 copies of Rare Candy to make sure that our Stage 2 decks can accelerate, 1 copy of Repel for niche situations that you just want to move the opponent's active to the bench, 3 copies of Risky Ruins, this is mostly for putting damage on your own Pokemon in order to Monkey Dory it over, 2 copies of Surfing Beach, flexibility for your water type, 2 copies of Switch as a generic option to move the active in and out, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, letting you search for literally any Pokemon in your deck, and finally 3 copies of Wally's Compassion. We're running a big tanky Mega deck. This will let you heal a lot of that damage off.